You know, I've heard it said the only sure things in life are death and taxes. Well, neither one of us is likely to escape either one. But I know another thing that's as sure as the sun rising in the east. Hey, welcome to Mornings with Bishop Robert. Thanks for joining me. You know, this is the top spot on the internet for coffee with a cleric. My goal is to introduce people to the Jesus they never knew, then help them get to know him and his word personally and better. So if our time together today speaks to your heart, let me invite you to like, subscribe, and also share this with a friend. Well, I can't argue that both death and taxes are certainties. Governments are always going to be taxing their people. The level of tax and the things which are taxed vary from nation to nation, but taxation itself, well, that's a constant. I could insert here that another sure thing is that the governments will never think they have enough money. I'm not holding my breath for the announcement that, hey, we've got enough money for this year, so we're just suspending taxes till the beginning of next year. Wouldn't that be nice? And death, too, is certain. We're all born with a terminal condition. None of us will continue to live on this earth forever in our present state. Of course, if the aging process is any consideration, none of us would want to. Growing old isn't for the faint of heart. Bodies wear down and wear out. Things stop working properly. Not fun. But to say the only sure things? Yeah, I can't agree with that. Because today's verse, well, that's a sure thing. It says he will neither fail you nor abandon you. Now that promise is found in Deuteronomy 31:6. Hey, just here's a memory trick for you if you'd really like to remember this verse easily. Pretty sure everyone reading this today is likely familiar with John 3:16. Just the mention of that reference brings the verse popping into your heads, right? For God so loved the world, he gave his one and only Son. Well, this verse has the same numbers, 3, 1, 6. But it's Deuteronomy 31:6. No extra charge for that. So Moses was encouraging the people of Israel. God had been faithful to deliver them from the hand of Pharaoh. He had been faithful to care for their needs in the desert. Daily food and water had been provided. Their clothes had not worn out for 40 years. Not even the sandals upon which they walked. Moses was reminding his people of God's faithfulness as they were about to face a new battle, another series of enemies. Moses said, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not panic before them, for the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you, and he will neither fail you nor abandon you." Hey, I don't know more than a few of the thousands of people watching this devotional. Some of you are looking at this in places that I've never even visited. You can be reading it in languages I can't speak. But what I do know is this. You too have challenges, battles, and enemies to face. We all have another battle in our future. For some, it's only mere hours away. But I know this as well. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. He will be with you in the battle. Sometimes he'll allow you to fight. Well, in fact, that appears to be the case most of the time, both in biblical accounts and in our personal ones. But there are also times when he knows the enemy is far too great, and God deals with the enemy on his own. Whether sending strength or sending angels, he will not fail you. You see, his concern is for you, and it's unwavering. He wants you to be in right relationship with him. He wants the sin in your life dealt with. He wants your faith strengthened. He wants the community of believers to which you belong and in which you serve to be developed. These are the things he wanted for Israel. These are the things he wants for his church. They're the very same things he wants for his children, individually and personally. So, like any good father, he'll allow life's battles to form you and shape you and strengthen you and train you. And if you begin to see that you're not walking in victory, it may be time to examine and see if there's a lesson to be learned or a sin to be removed. He's more concerned with the relationship and your eternal destiny than he is with individual victories or defeats in battles, because it's you for whom he's concerned. Look, I've not been the best father in the world, as I've mentioned in some detail in the past. Every earthly father has failed his children repeatedly. Good ones fail most frequently in ignorance. Others do so deliberately. But none of us are fathers in perfection. We only have one perfect father. And from his position of unlimited knowledge of past, present, and future, he makes an incredible promise. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. He will not. He knows he will not, because he knows the end from the beginning. He knows every battle your life will encounter, every decision you'll make. Nothing's hidden from him. Sometimes my wife and I will be watching a movie and the protagonist will face a critical struggle. There have been times when she's turned to me, knowing that I've seen the movie before, and say, just tell me, does he make it? And because I've seen the movie, I can answer her with certainty. Well, friends, God has seen your movie. The battles you're facing may bring a flood of fear and questions. They may seem far too great to overcome. You may feel like pressing your head into the chest of the one who has his arm wrapped around you and saying, just tell me, am I going to make it? Among the other answers he'll give you, among the wisdom that he will surely impart, and the resources that he will certainly provide, there is another certain thing upon which you can stand. It is more certain than death and taxes. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. It's all the time we've got today. Before you go, could I ask you to help me introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and help them get to know him and his word personally and better? Would you please like this video? It really will help more people see it. Then click follow or subscribe so you and I can get together every single day. Would you like a free copy of my book, Count to One? Just click the link in the description and I'll pop it right into your inbox. Hey, one more thing. Would you share this video with a friend? I'd appreciate it, because as you do, well, you're touching hearts all over the world with the love of Jesus. Thank you for helping.